Still kind of feels like a dream, to be honest. So this video is going to be all about my training experience for the London Marathon and also the event itself. So for the marathon I did enter in the ballot, but I didn't get a place. Luckily for me, I'd already contacted Samaritans and they're a charity very close to my heart, and luckily they wanted me on their charity team. So I officially found out I had a place for the marathon in October, but my training has not gone to plan, as you'll see from my little vlogs that I filmed. I had a lot of issues with my shins and shin splints and tight calves, which I found really difficult. So in January I went to see a physio, and that's kind of where my training kind of took a turn and got a lot better, luckily for me, seeing as I only had 16 weeks until the marathon. Training for a marathon is obviously physically really difficult. By the end of the 16 weeks I was just completely exhausted all the time, just because I wanted to give my body the best chance of getting round in one piece, so I was working out a lot, and it did work. I also had to make sure I was eating enough so I could replace those calories and then, help my body repair itself. But it was quite mentally challenging as well. I sometimes put a lot of pressure on myself, and I really wanted to make the charity proud and all of my friends and family proud of me, which of course they would have been anyway, even if, I took 10 hours to do it, they'd still be proud of me. I just felt this pressure, and a marathon is a really far distance to run, so even just the thought of that was making me really quite anxious. So I recorded some clips of my training process. There are tears, but there's also happy times as well. I wanted to show the reality of training for a marathon for someone that maybe doesn't really enjoy running or finds it difficult. I'm kind of both of those. But I did it, and it is possible. I believe it's possible for anyone to do it. So I hope that this is quite relatable. So this was my training process.
It's amazing where I live. Just look at my running view this morning. So beautiful. Managed to run a sub 45-minute 5 kilometers, which is actually really good for me. So I'm feeling super happy.
I've just come back from physiotherapy, and oh my God, it was so painful. I was literally shouting and crying out in pain. My calves are super tight. I've got a sore Achilles heel right now, but I'm all strapped up at the knees, so I should be okay to run in the next couple of days.
So these are my knees right now. This is just over 10 weeks to go. I had the okay to run on the treadmill this morning, so I did a really short run. I did 3k. Knees felt fine actually, it was just my shins, so at least these are feeling good now.
So I've just come back from run and I just feel so bad. I'm really frustrated because I've got the stamina to keep going, but my shin bones are just giving me so many problems, and it's just so painful. I just have to keep stopping, and it's making my pace slow, and I did a shorter run than I wanted to do today. I'm trying not to be hard on myself, but you see all these other people, especially in like social media, that go out and run every day, and it's like, why can't my body just do it? So today I went to go and get some dry needling done into the muscles in my lower leg. Very strange experience. Probably not one for you if you don't like needles. I'm usually okay, but this made me kind of feel a bit funny, so we had to stop actually. I kind of started feeling dizzy and a bit sick and hot. So we had to stop basically, otherwise I was probably going to pass out. But basically it's supposed to help with muscle pain, so they put these very thin needles into your muscles to stimulate your pain receptors, and it sort of activates them, and then it's supposed to help with releasing like the feel good chemicals like dopamine and serotonin. So yeah, that's what I tried today. Hopefully if we do it again, I'll be more prepared. I think I was like really nervous, which didn't help. So the sensation is just indescribable, really. It felt like someone was like twisting my nerves in my leg. I don't know, it wasn't painful per se, just very, very uncomfortable and weird. Something I've never felt before. I think that's why it affected me like it did. But I have felt it for the rest of the day, so I think it did do something at least. So yeah, I'm gonna see how it feels tomorrow, and I'm waiting for an email from the physio about my plan of action for the next month or so. Hello, and excuse the face. I've just come back from my first longer run since I was given the okay by my physios, and yeah, I did 10 kilometers. The beginning was hard because it was really hilly, and also I've decided to run in a storm again. I did that on Tuesday as well, and literally just had to stop sometimes because the wind was so hard that I couldn't actually breathe, and it made me panic a bit, so I just had to stop and walk. But now I'm feeling really good. I'm obviously quite stiff. I haven't ran that long for a while because I haven't been able to. But no shin pain, a little bit of knee pain, but nothing crazy, just niggles really. So yeah, I'm feeling really positive. It's a bit scary that I've got to do that 3 times over for the marathon, but I'm just trying to take it one step at a time. So yeah, feeling good right now. Hello, so today is a sunny Sunday and I just ran 15 kilometers. My shins weren't actually the problem today, so I got to about 7 kilometers and then there was no sort of discomfort at all in my shins. It was more my hip flexors, so I think I've got to really focus on stretching those out and getting some more mobility in them. Also, my shoes were rubbing, which is quite concerning. I've got special running socks, but I think because my feet are so small, I actually need to get kids' ones because the special padding isn't on the bit it should be on my foot. So I think I'll have to go to the running shop and buy some kids' socks. I look like such an egg in all these videos. It's hideous. Morning, so it's a cold grey Sunday and I'm attempting a 20 kilometre run today. I'm gonna just listen to my body. I'm gonna try and take you along as much as I can. So see you later. I'm over halfway now and feeling okay. Hip flexors are tight and my Achilles is pulling, but I'm just gonna walk a little bit more. See how we go. 5 kilometres to go. Feeling tired, but I can still go. Not in any pain, which is good. I made it, so I just did a half marathon and I'm super chuffed. Nothing was that bad. I mean, my shoes were rubbing on the side, so I'm gonna have to get lots of plasters ready. My hips were tight, but I've spoken to the physio about that and we're gonna work on that tomorrow evening, so that's good timing. And my boobs were hurting. I need a much better bra, so I need to look for one of those. But now I'm like feeling so happy. If you'd said a month ago or 2 months ago that I was running a half marathon a couple of weeks before, I would have been like, no, I think you're mad. I'm not going to be able to do that. So I didn't run all the way. I did walk. I'm not really walking any steep hill. I'm not running any steep hills just because it's obviously that triggers my calves and shins a lot. So I'm taking those steady, and where I run in my hometown, it's very, very hilly. So yeah, quite a lot of walking. So my time was a bit slow, but honestly, I'm just going to throw the concept of time out the window for doing this because I'm just yeah, it's not a race for me. I really don't care about my time. I just want to get to the finish. But yeah, I'm feeling super happy, and I now need to eat and drink lots of water, and I need to stretch. Hey from Sweden. I'm on holiday here for 5 days. I'm visiting some family. So today is Sunday. I've just been to the gym to do a kind of a light session because tomorrow I'm going to be doing half marathon again. Possibly more, depends how I'm feeling. Yeah, I'm a bit scared because it's obviously somewhere I don't run, and I'll be actually running in the woods, so it'd be pretty amazing. I'm gonna try and film some bits for you, but yeah, here I am in Sweden, still training, still going to the gym. I'm not really one of these people that goes to the gym on holiday just because I think I just want to totally relax, but I don't really have a choice on this one, but I'm feeling okay about it, so I'll catch up with you tomorrow. Morning, so today's Monday. Just had our hotel breakfast. I've had loads of carbs, some fruit juice for a bit of a sugar hit, and yeah, we'll be going out soon, so I'll try and film a little bit for you because I think it's going to be amazing in the pine forest. Very different from England, so be a nice change of scenery, I think. So I've just run one lap, which is 4 kilometres. It was a 5 kilometre journey here, so I think I'll do 2 more laps. It's absolutely amazing here. I'm going to film some of the scenery because it's just scenery, it's just incredible. These surroundings are just incredible. I'm in the middle of a pine forest. No one else is here apart from the wildlife. Just little old me. There's so many hills. This is like killing my legs. At least London is flat. This is like crazy hilly. Woo! You go, girl. Work it, girl. So I've just finished a attempted 15-mile run, and it did not go well at all. It's my last I can't even talk. It's my last long run before the marathon, and like the skin on my toes is like ripping open. I just couldn't run. I practically walked the whole way. I'm just freaking out now. I want to make everyone proud, and I know they're going to be proud of me for doing it in the first place, but I don't know. I've just like literally come in, sat on the floor with Dexter, and like prized off my shoes and socks, and my feet are absolutely like they're in tatters. On one of my toes the skin is literally like ripped, and I like felt it happen when I was running. I just couldn't run. It just scares me because this is my last long run before the actual event, so I really need to figure out how I can protect my toes a bit more, because I can't do it like this. I can't, and it just freaks me out because that was 15 miles and I've got 26 to do, and it's just like it's going to be impossible if my feet are like this, so I really don't know what to do. Hello, so today I went to possibly my last physio session. We spoke through about what I should do for the next week and a half. I think I'm going to do a 10k this weekend if I can squeeze it in, because it's Easter weekend, so probably doing a few bits. Then a 5k in the week, and then basically a 1 or 2 mile run on the Saturday morning. My main thing at the moment is trying to get those blisters sorted. I can't deal with what I had to deal with on the 15 miler, so yeah, I need to have a think of what I can do
Hello, so I come to you now 5 days away from the marathon. I'm starting to freak out. I think it's called marathon, what's it called? Marathonoia, something like that. Yeah, I'm just like freaking out that everything's gonna go wrong. That I'm not gonna be able to do it. I did a 5.5 kilometre run on Sunday. It was really, really humid, so it was hard, and I'd actually been out the whole day before at a wedding, which I didn't drink at, just so I could do this run well. It was okay. It was just very, very humid, and I'd had a really long day on my feet the day before, so could have been better. But the focus now is to rest a lot. I'm going to be doing a couple of strength training sessions. I'm going to go and do one now actually. I'm going to do a upper body and core today, and then on Friday I'm going to do a leg based one. Not as heavy as I've been going. I don't want to do anything, I don't want to pull anything, I don't want to hurt myself, so just like a lighter one. And I'm going to be fitting in another run, 2 runs maybe, we'll see, short ones, short and easy. And I am still wondering about how to deal with blisters. I know it's all coming around so quickly. I'm going to go to Boots and literally stock up on everything and see what I can do. I think the way forward is strapping them. I don't think Vaseline will help. I don't know. I've never tried it, and I would hate to try it on race day and just like have a massive disaster. So I'm going to try and strap them as best I can. Yeah, I'm just anxious, like really terrified. The weather isn't looking as humid and hot as it has been, which is a good thing. There may be showers, but we'll see. But yeah, I'm just trying to not completely freak out and just take each day as it comes, trying to distract myself a little, because I'm just like, if I'm solely thinking about it, then I'm just gonna have a breakdown. But yeah, this is me right now, 5 days away. Morning, so it is Friday. I'm off to the Excel to go and pick up my number, which is terrifying. But yeah, I'll try and video some of it.
Me again. So as you can see, it was really tough, but there were also runs that made me feel really proud of myself. It's literally been a roller coaster. My longest run was 15 miles, and as you saw, it didn't really go to plan. But that's the thing with running that I've learnt, is that you will have good runs and you will have bad runs. You just got to keep getting out there and just doing it. So the big day was the 28th of April 2019. I woke up super early because I had to get to Greenwich Park between 8 and 9 for our Samaritans group photo. Safe to say I didn't sleep that well the night before, and I felt so sick with nerves. I couldn't even eat before I left the house, so I had to take a little packed lunch of the breakfast I had all the time before running, which was peanut butter on toast. I found that was a good mix of carbs and fats and protein for me, so I didn't try anything new on race day because that's a massive no-no. The train journey there just consisted of me trying to stay calm, if I'm honest. The tube to Greenwich was so packed. There were thousands and thousands of other marathon runners there, and at one point I did feel a bit panicky because the carriage was so full and I was squeezed into the corner, and I was just like, come on, just do some breathing techniques and just close your eyes, is all okay. So I got to Greenwich Park at about 8:30. I then made sure I ate some of that breakfast that I made myself. I didn't eat it all. I wish I had, looking back, but I just felt so nervous and I felt like I couldn't eat, so I didn't want to force it down. They were giving out Lucozade, so I took one of those and had that for like a little bit of a sugar hit, I guess. And then I had to get my kit ready, drop off my bag with all my belongings, so I was just left with what I was going to run with. That was quite an easy and quick process, which was good. I didn't want any more stress. And then it was a case of finding my start place, finding toilets, and yeah, just waiting for my wave to start. I was in the last wave, which started at 10:48. I also found another girl running for Samaritans, so we kind of buddied up and we'd see if we could finish or just run together. The waiting around was definitely the hardest part. Kind of when you're standing there, it's cold, it's windy, you just want to start and go, because the more you wait, the more nerves start to kick in. Our wave started and yeah, it was all good. I did the first 5 kilometres quite easily. I did it in my fastest pace that I've ever run a 5k, which is quite interesting. It must be the adrenaline. And then I stopped for the loo because I think it was the nerves again. And I did start to feel a bit funny, kind of dizzy, I guess, and a little bit headachy. Waiting for the toilets took about 15 minutes anyway, so that kind of gave me time to collect myself and take on some more water and Lucozade and just kind of sort myself out, I guess. So I loved the start of it. The run up to about 15 miles was great, actually. I got to halfway point and I was like, wow, that seemed too easy. So I was really proud of myself for that. And then, yeah, so I got to about 15, 16 miles and I could start to feel my feet rubbing. As you'll see in my training vlogs, that was a massive issue for me and it happened again on race day. These things happen. You can't ever tell what's going to happen. I did wrap my feet, but it just didn't work, I guess. So that's when it started to get hard mentally. This is when I started walking and running just to give my feet a little bit of a break. And it's a shame because the rubbing didn't stop, it kind of just got worse and worse and worse during the race. And then I saw my parents at one of the toilet stops, which was amazing. I just burst into tears. Just so emotional. And my mum gave me some flapjack bites, which really helped. I think it was about mile 18, I saw an official Samaritans cheering point, and I basically, I didn't get the girl's name, but I just ran over to the point with my arms wide open, just wanting someone to give me a hug because I was just feeling so emotional. And she gave me a pep talk and said I was doing amazing, just got to keep going, and that kind of really ramped me up again. I went on to about mile 21 and yeah, it was really, really painful. I mean, I thought my 15-mile run was really bad with the blisters, but this was on another level. But the thing is, when you're there and the atmosphere and the crowds, I can't thank the crowds enough because they literally got me around. If I was on my own doing that run with that pain and no one was there, I would have gone home. So they're just incredible. So massive thank you to anyone that went out to cheer, because honestly, it makes such a difference mentally to all the runners. God, I'm getting a bit emotional. At this point I thought, you know what, you've got about a 10-kilometre run to go, and in my mind just kept repeating to myself, if you keep stopping, the longer it's going to take you to get to the end and see your family. So that's what kept me going. And also, you know, thinking about why I was doing it. I was running for Samaritans who helped me at one point, and I just really wanted to make them proud and finish it for them as well. And having your name printed on your shirt makes such a massive difference, as everyone in the crowd can see your name and then they'll be shouting, "Go Hannah!" And it just made me feel like, yes, I can do this, keep going, keep going, keep going. So on every mile there was water and Lucozade points. I was alternating water, Lucozade. I hadn't had Lucozade in any of my training runs, so that's probably a mistake to those professional runners and who say not to try anything new, but I did. I needed it. I needed something more than water. Luckily for me, my stomach was okay with that and it just got me round and it really helped. As I was coming up to the finishing mile, just the crowds were insane and I knew that my family would be somewhere on that mile, so that was keeping me going. I was just like power walking through the pain and trying to find my family. And then I saw them and it was amazing to see how proud they are. And that just gave me the extra push to just get round that corner and do it and get over that finish line. And I did it, and I've got this lovely medal to show for it, and I'm so, so proud. I got over the finish line, I got in a queue in order to get my medal, and I just burst into tears. It must have been a mixture of the pain, but also the pride, and a little bit of relief that it was over and that I had done it. When you've been training for something for so long and the moment comes when it's all over, it's quite overwhelming and emotional that that's it, it's done now. I then collected my free goodie bag and I got my belongings back from the luggage trucks, and I went to go and meet Samaritans. And luckily for me, because Samaritans were amazing and just looked after us so well, they had a venue booked out for all our family to go and meet us, where there was a bar and there was also massages happening, which I had, and just like saved me because I had to get the train back home to Kent. But I can't thank them enough for how much they supported us throughout the whole process, and especially afterwards when we just needed looking after. So that is my London Marathon experience. I wanted to be really honest and open with my training experience because I think it's so important, as social media has this way of pressurising people to share only the good things. And I think people are scared to kind of be vulnerable and share their failures as well as their successes. So I just wanted to be really honest and open. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'm going to be filming a Q&A, so look out for that.